I'm going to say something super controversial. We've done that before on this channel, and it's going to be very interesting seeing the likes to dislike ratios, since I'm the only one who can see them, like the next week going forward, right? I feel, and you're going to be seeing this a lot, both tonight, tomorrow morning, and for the most part for the rest of the week, where a lot of people are going to try and jump on the misogyny bandwagon. Like, yes, Game of Thrones, the show that always uses violence against women. Okay, sure. Like, you want to check that box and, get brownie points and a couple of views off of that. You absolutely can. That's your prerogative. It's your social space that you're using to send out that message. But when you see those messages or you see those videos, click on their socials. Just scroll back in the history to see what they were posting last week, or what they were posting during episode 2, or what they were posting during episode 3 about the character of Daemon Targaryen. And you're going to see a lot of memes, you're going to see a lot of simping, you're going to see a lot of people saying that, ooh, he's my dragon daddy, I'm justifying anything that he's doing in any way, shape, or form. These same people have tuned in every single week. They've watched the exact same show that you have, that I have, that the millions of people who tune in every single Sunday at 9 o'clock have seen. And they've turned a blind eye to a lot of the bullshit the character gets up to. Because number one, it's Matt Smith. He's doing a fantastic job as the character. And for the most part, the violence that Daemon visits are on people you don't give a shit about, or who need to be killed. Allow me to remind you something about Daemon Targaryen's character, just based on the show, because I'm going to give examples of his character in regards to the books once I'm done. Number one, he killed Rhaenyra Royce, his first wife. He killed her because she wasn't a Targaryen, because he prefers Targaryen women. He prefers Targaryen features. He prefers the dragon blood. There's nothing wrong with Rhaenyra Royce. Rhaenyra Royce was supposed to inherit the Vale of Arryn. She was supposed to become the next Warden of the East. If Daemon Targaryen had married her, he would have been Lord Paramount of the East, of the Vale. That could have been a completely new dynasty of Dragon Lords in the North. Well, not really the North, they're kind of like North adjacent, but a new dynasty of Dragon Lords that were completely separate from King's Landing and all of their political bullshit. But Daemon Targaryen did not want that. Daemon Targaryen wanted to be at the center of the political bullshit. So, what does he do? He hops on his dragon, he flies up to the Vale, he catches his first wife off guard, paralyzes her, picks up a rock, bashes her head in. There were no complaints about misogyny when he did that, because no one cared about Rhaenyra Royce. She popped up for about 2 minutes, and then he took her out, and then he was right back in King's Landing, swagging around, doing whatever the fuck he wanted, hooking up with Rhaenyra Velaryon. Now, let's talk about Rhaenyra, because Show Daemon takes Rhaenyra away, and this is one of the things I can say against the show in regards to the Daemon of the books, because the Daemon of the books really seemed as though he loved Rhaenyra. Show Daemon doesn't give a shit. He took her away, took her out east, traveling around the world. They have their 2 daughters. All she wants to do is return home, but he's not going home because he's no longer at the center of political power. And because he's throwing a temper tantrum, he's keeping both himself and his wife and his kids away from King's Landing and away from Westeros, because he doesn't have a place there. Their misery is completely caused because he's miserable, and he's taking that miserableness out on his wife. Rhaenyra even says that he's become more distant and more withdrawn and more sharp in his tone in speaking to her. Nobody pays attention to that. Rhaenyra offs herself using Vhagar, he packs up the kids, he runs straight back to Westeros. What happens? The night of his wife's funeral, he sleeps with his niece, who he's been grooming for the last 15 years of her, well, I should say for the first 15 years of her life, because there was a point in time there where they didn't see each other for around 10 years. But he groomed her since she was a kid. He'd buy her sweets. He got her a fucking necklace. He was doing all this devious shit so that he would be in the best position to marry his niece. He was grooming a kid. We swept that. We swept that under the rug because once again, it's Daemon Targaryen. He's one of our favorite characters on the show. He hooks up with Rhaenyra the night of his wife's death, and they abscond away and get married in secret, where Viserys can't stop them, or before Viserys can't stop them, and then they abscond away again. They go to Dragonstone. They have a bunch of kids. Daemon has always been up to fuckery. He's always been up to fuckery. Anytime you've seen Daemon, he reacts to a situation he does not like with violence. Like, for instance, the messenger who delivered the news that Viserys was going to help him. Did we forget that he completely lashes out against the messenger and beats him to death with his helmet, to the point that the Valyrians have to pull him off of the messenger? Or that he threw himself into a reckless situation because he was too prideful and didn't want to ask for assistance? What character have y'all been watching for the last 10 episodes? For the last 10 weeks? Because it seems as though everyone had like this romanticized version of Daemon Targaryen in their head that, for whatever reason, they refuse to let go of. I may make jokes about Daemon on TikTok. I may do videos about Daemon and Caraxes and all this other type of shit on TikTok for fun. But at no point in time do I completely forget just how much of a scumbag Daemon Targaryen actually is. And if you think him grabbing Rhaenyra by the throat this episode is the breaking point for you, honey, baby, sweetheart, you ain't seen nothing yet. The amount of fuckery this man is about to get up to in season 2, the amount of dubious, morally corrupt shit Daemon Targaryen is about to get down to in season 2, we're going to be having this conversation again. We're most definitely going to have this conversation again. But all I'm saying is, this energy that you've manifested, that you've brought forward into the universe, maintain it. Hold on to it. Keep it in your palm and hold that motherfucker tight. And hold on. Because the bullshit, the bullshit's about to begin. And you are going to be on Twitter and on TikTok and on fucking YouTube every single fucking week during season 2, complaining about the shit that Daemon is up to. And you are going to become fucking exhausted. Because that is the way in which George R.R. Martin wrote this character. He was not written as a character for you to fall in love with and romanticize. You did that on your own. The internet did that on their own. And now, the curtain is starting to be pulled back. And you like, wow, this motherfucker really is a scoundrel. Yeah? Yeah. Welcome to Fire and Blood, where, as I've said it before and I will say it again, the only people on this show that you should be rooting for are these kids. Because these kids are fucking innocent. Everyone else is a scumbag. Some motherfuckers gotta learn the hard way. To quote Blade, what did Blade say in his movie? Some motherfuckers be trying to ice skate uphill. That's how y'all be. That's how y'all be with the romanticization of Daemon Targaryen. Y'all was just ice skating uphill, and all of a sudden you were like, damn, this motherfucker really ain't shit. Welcome back to the real world. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.